going on, guys? This is Thurston here with another video for you guys. Now, today, I'm going to be doing an in-depth analysis of the Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location first trailer. Now, I'm sorry I did not do a reaction video. I actually made a couple. However, they were never uploaded due to bad sound. So, I'm going to be doing just kind of a review of the game. I'm going to be doing like a little in-depth analysis, basically. So first I'm just going to play the trailer through once, then we'll begin to do some analysis of it. Okay, so now that I've done now that I've played the trailer through once, I'm going to be doing a quick analysis of this. Not quick, but decently sized analysis. Sorry I kind of spoke there in the middle. It's like Dad asked me a question and I had to answer. So, I'm actually going to just find things here. Actually, hold on. I want to find it. Okay, so here's this first scene. Now, I'm actually going to go back just a little bit. So right now we're at 16K, 15. I actually have to really pause it because, like, I need to get it just at the right shot. Okay, there we go. So basically, in this scene, we're in an elevator, and what I'm wondering is why is there an elevator here? And another thing I'm curious about is, like, why is there, like, not any, like, real decorations around? Is there are little to none decorations around the facility. So there are little to no decorations around the facility. So, like, where are the decorations? I mean, sure, there's like a little thing over there that says dance, but I mean, that's really not enough. So, yeah, guys, I'm just gonna take a quick screenshot for a soon video, for another video I'm gonna be making soon. So, yeah, as you can see, guys, this is like the first scene, and now we can't really confirm much from this scene, only because, like I said, there's like not really much I can confirm. All I can say is that we're in an elevator, and that they're going to be doing that. Like I said, it says deep below ground in one of the captions, so maybe this is like the elevator where we go deep below ground. So my speculation is, why are we talking about going deep below ground to go to like a pizza place or something? So I actually have a theory on that I'll make in another video. So, this scene coming up where basically you're okay, oh my god, here. I just passed it again. So this that's the same. Okay, yeah. Sorry, guys. Like, I'm really lazy about this. Like, I have to really know where all the individual scenes are. So I really have to be prepared as you could guess. So here we are. This I'm assuming is your office. No, screenshot for another video. And as you can see, we have seen a couple of things you would really not see in a pizzeria here. Like all these wires. You see oxygen tanks down in the corner. You see like this little Pinocchio-style balloon boy up in the corner, and you see like this little monkey dude in the other corner. Now, I am wondering like what this is. Who are some of these characters? And like up in the corner, there's a baby poster showing baby in it. Now again, I don't know if that's the actual name, but I mean, everyone's thinking it's baby. And I kind of agree with them in that sense. So, yeah, not much. So, yeah, a lot is revealed because this is the main office. Now, as you can see, there are some flashing lights. Now, what I'm thinking is, like, that's like an alert. Because assuming this game takes place in the future, they basically have noticed this, like, rare anomaly where, like, the animatronics come on at night and have, like, set, like, alarms and such so that, like, the night guard knows if they're out of their place. Now, I think this would really not add a lot of interestingness to the game. Interestingness is not a word, but you know what I mean. To the game, only because I say that because I mean, like, you'll know when the animatronics leave, which kind of like gets rid of like some like the element of suspense in that way. So I am not pleased with it in that way, but I think that I could easily see something like that happen. For like one frame, it was extremely brief. So I'm just gonna try to get another good shot. Up here you can see that there are some lights. So what you're probably wondering is like, why would there be like those lights up there? Well, here's my answer. I think that those would be like to indicate like the individual animatronics leaving their places. Like, you know, let's say Baby leaves her place, you know, we'll know. If Funtime Freddy leaves their place, we'll know. You know, if Ballora leaves their place, we'll know. If Funtime Foxy leaves their place, we'll know. If any of the animatronics really leave their places, we'll know. So I think that could be helpful, but again, like I said, it kind of demotes like a certain level of suspense and like mystery, the way I see it to the game. So I'm not pleased with it in that way. Now in this deep below ground, where memories sleep, where anger is restless and secrets don't keep. Alright, so that is a really good poem, I have to say that. That's a good poem. I don't know if Scott is a poet in his spare time. I don't know what it is, but honestly, like, it's something, really. I really have no idea, but it's good to know that for, like, future reference, like, if, like, he decides to become a poet after wrapping up with Five Nights at Freddy's, which I would be incredibly surprised if he does, considering all the craziness it's getting after the sister location trailer was rolled out. So yeah, this is the rest of that poem I was talking about. A good question that people have been asking is, whose microphone is that? Now, I think that is Funtime Freddy's, because Funtime Freddy is the only character in the game with that feature, so I think that is Funtime Freddy's. Because like he's the only person in the game with this microphone. However, this could also be Baby, because in a Scott Games teaser release, which I'm just gonna try to find quickly. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just like doing a bunch of randomness here. Hold on. Sorry, just don't really look at anything. Okay, just. Alright, so I'm going to go onto the internet real quick, and I'm just going to look something up quickly. That, if you saw, like, any contacts there, those are just friends of ours. Really good friends, actually, of ours. Scott Games. Let's go on to, I said Skit Games. So let's go on to Scott Games now. Scott Games. Now, here's a picture of Baby on Scott Games. If you look at this remote, it is... No, I'm not remote. I'm sorry. Like I am not speaking today. It looks very similar to this remote that we see in the trailer. So I think this could also be Baby's microphone. But I mean, let me know what you guys think. So I'm gonna continue just doing this. You'll get like the big. So, the animatronics are going to have actual like voice boxes, because as you can see, there's like a little thing attached to Funtime Foxy's chest, which we see on Funtime Freddy, and I don't know, and we do not see those on Ballora or Baby, at least as far as I can tell, really. So we really are left to speculate. Is like, why do they have the what I call the flexing face, like parts of their face like come outwards? I've always wondered why that is, so like why they have that. My theory about why they actually have that is so that like they can kind of give like another level of like the experience to the children. And again, I do not think that is definitely not a pizzeria. I can tell you that is definitely not a pizzeria. So maybe like where they were previously at the actually mentioned sister location, they would use those to put on a good show for the kids that will probably scare them to death. So, yeah. I'm gonna continue playing. Reminiscent of the ones that we saw on their website. I said that in the review that I was gonna put up that I never did. That I would be extremely disappointed if that was like legit, if that jump scare would be the actual jump scare that they'd actually use in the game. Like, for me, I would really not like that, because that would kind of like kill all the like the scariness of the game. Because like, I play these games to get scared, and you know, if I see that, like, you know, I get really, you know, like, I'm like, you know, really Scott, is this the best you could do, you know? So basically, what we're left to theorize is, why is Baby doing those things, and basically when she does, what does she mean? So my theory about where this takes place is, here's my theory about the story of the game. My theory is that this takes place after Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and that this takes place like a couple years later. My guess is that somebody has collected the animatronics, like there's like an animatronic collector who's collecting all the animatronics and is like collecting them just as like a hobby or something, is buying them from their owners and is using them, and is just like collecting them. So my guess is that he bought these animatronics from the sister location after it supposedly closed, and this collector then like just leaves them in his like huge warehouse that's deep underground and that's everywhere really, and he's checking the security cameras, and he's free roaming, he's looking around, and little does he know that they're still active. Now you might be curious why like they're seen being activated. My guess is that is that's in like a testing area, so he can make sure like it's like this person can make sure that they work or not, just like to make sure like they can actually work as like just like a value kind of thing to know if they work. Because I mean, like, you know, my theory is that like he's a buyer, and like he'll like sell them to other people if needed. And basically what happens is like they activate themselves during the night, and when Baby says don't hold it against us and you don't know what we've been through, the you don't know what we've been through part I think means like you don't know how many places we've been to. Like, you know, can you imagine how hard that is? Like, you know, my school moved and it really hit me, like, you know, wow, you know, I've been here for a long time. It just sort of hit me like, wow. So basically I'm guessing it kind of hit them like, okay, you know, we're leaving. You know, we're out of here. You know, like, what's going to happen from here? You have no idea what kind of fear we've been through. Don't hold it against us. That is a little more tricky. My guess is that what they're saying is, you know, don't hold it against us that we're being so mean. So my guess is there was a second missing children incident where the animatronics were, like, possessed, and they're trying to say to you, don't hold it against us. We're not the ones who's doing this. These kids are the ones who are doing it to us, and they took over our bodies. So my guess is that that's what's happening. That's why Baby says don't hold it against us. That's my theory about like about all the individual scenes. why would the security camera be looking inside the vents? Well, my theory is that it's not a security camera in this game. That just like in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, it's not a security camera. You're not using the classic security camera system. And then instead of using security cameras in this game, in this version of the game, you're actually using like drones, like, you know, those drones that people sell. My guess is that basically you're using a drone to like explore the entire facility. And like there are multiple drones throughout the facilities, like you can move them around to a certain point, kind of browse, look around. That's my guess about why you can actually like move, because I mean it would be hard to crawl inside of a vent. The only reason they do that is simply for like effect in, you know, action movies and such. So if we wanted to really be like realistic about that, I could easily not see that happening. So my guess is that they're like drones or something that's like exploring. So yeah, that's like my theory about it. So that is the Five Nights at Freddy's sister location trailer and really overall game analysis that I made recently. So that I made like nowish. Actually, you know what the heck, you know, you get what I mean. So yeah, that's my overview of the game. That's my that's not overview. Like I said, I am not speaking today. I cannot speak today. So like you know what I mean. It's an analysis, really. Yeah, it's an analysis of the really it's like it itself. It's an analysis of that. So make sure to like and subscribe and add to your favorites. Follow me on Instagram to Fallout is awesome too, and I will see you in the next video.